Recently, it was revealed that yet another informant associated with the OBlock group has emerged, actively collaborating with law enforcement since 2018. Reports indicate that this informant turned against certain members of OBlock, disclosing crucial details. The informant revealed that OBlock operated with a hierarchical structure, being governed by leadership. Meetings held within OBlock were central to the exchange of firearms, narcotics, and discussions regarding retaliatory shootings. David Sloan, also known as Lil Dave, played a pivotal role by identifying specific individuals from surveillance footage provided by federal authorities. His cooperation aimed at dismantling the Black Disciple faction entrenched within the OBlock community. Despite intermittent periods of unresponsiveness from Lil Dave, he continued to receive support from law enforcement. The reports further highlight the comprehensive effort to implicate and take down the involved individuals through a Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act (RICO) indictment tied to OBlock's criminal activities. The payment of over $25,000 was made in 5 installments back in 2022, but discrepancies emerged when Lil Dave provided misleading information. He told authorities that his brother was killed by OBlock members at a house party. However, law enforcement discovered that Lil Dave's brother had actually died under different circumstances in 2019. When questioned about his false statement, Lil Dave clarified that his intention was to avoid testifying in the trial related to FBG Duck's death involving OBlock members. Ultimately, when asked about the leadership structure within OBlock, Lil Dave admitted that it was governed by a leadership hierarchy, simply acknowledging it with a yes. Following the spread of this information on social media, Lil Dave responded on his Instagram story, implying that he hadn't cooperated and directed words at an OBlock member named E-Dog. However, it's unclear why he chose to respond, as his denial of cooperation is unlikely to change the situation. In fact, attempting to portray non-cooperation may worsen his circumstances. Despite any public statements or denials, law enforcement will continue their investigation without hesitation. It's hard to face people who may be fabricating stories about you, randomly attributing your name to situations. But let's delve into what Lil Dave expressed when confronted with allegations of being an informant. Lil Dave took to his Instagram story and stated, "To all of you who are accusing me, listen up. I'll say this once, keep my name out of your mouths. How could I inform on OBlock about a crime that occurred when I was incarcerated? I have no knowledge about it. Around that time, I was away for a month before this incident occurred and returned home 8 months later. What kind of information could I possibly provide? This has nothing to do with me. As for those from OBlock, what's your deal? What do you want? You're frustrating me, coming across as washed up, non-rapping, financially struggling individuals. I only spent $5 on my perks, and now this person claims he didn't snitch. They weren't even involved in Duck's death, so what could they possibly inform on? I'm uncertain if they're attempting to manipulate the situation or if there's another agenda at play. The evidence required to substantiate the existence of a gang formed the basis for their RICO charges. Presently, the second individual cooperating with authorities has corroborated the occurrence of these gatherings. These meetings undeniably exist within the confines of OBlock, demonstrating tangible reality and a structured leadership hierarchy. The level of intricate information available makes it implausible for Lil Dave to refute these claims convincingly. His insistence on denial contrasts sharply with the weight of the detailed information. Moreover, the credibility of his denial is further weakened by the belief of his own associates. Specifically, a member named Q3 Boy Kamani, whose name closely resembles Lil Dave's, seems to imply support for the authenticity of these revelations. This indirect endorsement from someone within his circle underlines the strength of the information against Lil Dave's denial. Beizhu takes to his Instagram story and shares a cryptic message adorned with numerous rat emojis. The timing of this post aligns with the news going viral, creating an apparent correlation. While this timing might appear coincidental at first glance, it prompts a consideration. Hypothetically speaking, if the federal authorities were fabricating allegations against him, it's logical to assume that within one's circle of friends or associates, there would be some skepticism or demand for more substantial evidence before outright rejection. However, in this case, his friends don't demonstrate any hesitation. Instead, they swiftly disassociate themselves from him at the mere hint of these accusations. This immediate abandonment speaks volumes about the strength of the accusations. If someone like Bisou or King Von were accused of such actions, it would likely seem implausible due to their established personas and behavior. The underlying point here is that certain accusations don't align with the established character or reputation of individuals, making them inherently less believable. Certain individuals possess distinct characteristics that make specific allegations inconsistent with their established persona. When your close peers swiftly embrace negative assertions regarding your reputation, it speaks volumes about the authenticity of those claims. Furthermore, for those well-informed about your actions, if the federal authorities claim you've said or done things that align with known truths, it triggers a significant reaction. This collective reaction stems from the disbelief that if you hadn't disclosed such information, who else could have? The selection of you, out of countless individuals, as the target of fabricated accusations raises questions about the motive behind singling you out. This confluence of factors fuels skepticism and prompts a deeper consideration of the allegations' validity. Also, Lil Dave sent a direct message towards OBlock's E-Dog through a follow-up Instagram story post, which is rather intriguing because it's uncommon for many people to bring up E-Dog. Nonetheless, he proceeds to share on his Instagram story, "Oh yeah, E-Dog is upset. I've been involved with his child's mother, and she no longer has feelings for him." This statement is accompanied by a crying emoji, followed by a derogatory term. He further adds, "He blocked me 2 years ago, and now you're in a relationship with a woman of questionable character." This situation implies a significant betrayal within a social circle, suggesting that an individual has been involved in actions that are detrimental to the relationships with their close friends or associates. It indicates a breach of trust and loyalty among the group. The communication style employed here, where Lil Dave seems unconcerned about the consequences of their words. They express a sense of disregard for the impact their message may have because they believe their reputation is already compromised. Regardless of whether Lil Dave had any involvement with E-Dog's partner, Lil Dave emphasizes that such personal details are inconsequential.